What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. Now, with this video, we're jumping into Extreme Carnage Agony. This will be part 7 of 8. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with this line, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on in this line. And so far, what we've seen is Carnage trying to create this little hive of his own. With Eddie Brock too concerned on the entirety of the universe, it is currently up to Flash Thompson, aka Anti-Venom. It's up to Toxin and Silence to stop whatever Carnage is planning. And with Carnage rounding up all of his troops, they are in for the fight of their life. And with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we dive into part number 7, we are picking up during the King in Black event, with symbiotes falling from the sky, with them completely taking over the city. We see Gemma Shin. And this is the day that changed everything for her. This was the day that she became Agony. But picking up in present day, she is currently working for Senator Crane, working with Friends of Humanity, the anti-alien movement. She is currently the communications director. And this makes sense. We've seen Carnage bring everybody into his circle, giving everybody a job with Senator Crane. And whatever they're planning, it's about to go down. Within the next couple of days, whatever Senator Crane and Carnage have really thought up, this plan is about to be executed. And that's what's going to take us to the National Mall, picking up with Anti-Venom, Toxin, and Silence. As they walk around the streets, they see this anti-alien movement being pushed with extreme pressure. You see signs literally everywhere, people handing out pamphlets. This is getting shoved down the neck of every single citizen that lives inside of the city. And with Bryn being a kid, he really doesn't understand how people can fall for this kind of rhetoric, how they can fall for the idea of being so hateful. But the issue is when human beings are pushed to the brink, when they are absolutely petrified, when it is something that they don't understand, historically, they have always been the first to strike out. Maybe it can be boiled down to basic human nature, the nature and need for survival. But while they're having this discussion, we see Gemma run by them. Completely unaware of one another, Gemma is on a mission right now. And as the sun begins to set, as the park begins to get dark, this is when two individuals come up to her, doing some catcalling, appearing to be very hostile individuals. But they don't know what she has up her sleeve. Because her coming and running out here, this was all part of the plan. She was hoping to run into somebody. She was hoping to find a victim. And without wasting a single breath, she jumps in at them, spitting some poison acid that just straight up is melting their faces off. She slices, she dices, she tears these guys to pieces. Now, with Agony having her appetite filled, this is where we're gonna pick up at Flash's place. Currently sitting down with everybody and Hank, his buddy from back home, his buddy from the war days, the one that he has on the inside keeping an eye on Senator Crane, tracking all of his comings and goings. And he's been deemed relatively unimportant in the big scheme of things. Senator Crane, nobody else is even recognizing that he is there. So standing in the background, he's able to eavesdrop on a lot of conversations. More specifically, he knows exactly what Senator Crane has planned, because the president is going to be giving a speech. And this is going to be dedicating a memorial to all of the people that were killed during the symbiote invasion. Now, Senator Crane, he has his own anti-alien speech that he wants to give. He wants to do this and air it at the same exact time the president is giving his speech. A kind of way to undermine the president. Dirty, tricky politics. But that is just part of the plan, because they believe that Carnage and Senator Crane have every intention of trying to assassinate the president in broad daylight. And if Carnage were able to succeed in this, if he were able to assassinate the president, the entire country would be thrown into absolute chaos. Now, up to this point, Hank really didn't know anything about this. He didn't know that Senator Crane was a symbiote. He didn't even know that Flash is a symbiote. Or has a symbiote, I should say. Now, of course, Flash just didn't want to get him involved any more than they absolutely had to. Though that bit of information, it may have been important as you're literally observing the guy, spying on the guy. But while he's trying to really grasp all this information, they have Andy attempt to try to find somebody out there. With Andy having a bridge to Carnage, she might be able to reach out. Her only concern is that it may be two-way. Carnage may be able to spy and see exactly what she is seeing as well. But she wants to take that chance. She wants to find out if she can reach out and see where Carnage is. That would give them the element of surprise, the opportunity to be able to take them down with the element of surprise. Now, picking up with Agony, she is currently putting on display all of the body parts that she has maimed, that she has taken from her victims, displaying them throughout her house like freaking collectibles. And this is where we see the arrival of the one and only Carnage. Now, Carnage, he's coming up and letting her know that it's time for a sit down, now that the majority of the symbiotes have been gathered up. Now, throughout this issue, they really do refer to Carnage and all of his symbiotes as the Life Foundation symbiotes. And it's really just an easy way of saying all of the symbiotes that are under Carnage's control. But he lets them know that it is time for a family meeting. And with the room turning into a bar, with us currently inside of the hive, and everyone is wondering, where is Toxin? Where is Silence? Now, Carnage, he isn't worried. He knows that they're gonna show up, especially with what he has planned tomorrow. There is no way they are gonna be able to stay away. Now, while he's saying this, Andy is trying to eavesdrop. She's trying to get closer and closer because she spotted them inside of the hive. But as she gets closer, Carnage knows she is there. Calling out to her, she absolutely panics, she freaks out. And coming out of it, she tells Flash that he knows. Carnage knows that they are there. Carnage knows that they are coming for him. And so without wasting any time, we see them symbiote up and they jump out the window. Losing the element of surprise, they have to attack and they have to do it now. And that's what's going to take us to the next day. With our three symbiotes currently overlooking the president's speech, they're looking for any of Carnage's Life Foundation symbiotes. And as the president does his speech, they can't see anybody. And as it nears its end, Senator Crane prepares to do his speech. As he is getting ready to walk on stage, Hank makes a phone call, trying to see what is going on, seeing if they found anything yet. And with them looking around with no assassination attempt actually happening yet, it makes Flash reconsider what is going on. And this is when he realizes they had it wrong. Because Senator Crane, Carnage is not after the president at all, saying that they had it all wrong. Crane isn't actually the host of Carnage. The goal is to kill the senator, telling Hank that he needs to get out of there. He needs to leave, and he needs to leave right now. This is where we see Carnage put a blade right through him, because Senator Crane wasn't actually Carnage. It was Arthur Crane, the senator's son. And with Hank currently bleeding out all over the ground, that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So I can finally say I am really finally enjoying it. We're finally getting the plot moving forward. It only took 6 issues of introductions to where our current symbiotes are for us to finally get to understanding what is going on here. And what we're learning is Carnage is being Carnage. He has been playing them every single step of the way. So much so that they had no clue that Arthur Crane was actually the host of Carnage, believing this entire time that it's Senator Crane. But the reality is, Senator Crane, he's just a crazed politician. He's just a guy that loves hate. And so this made a perfect decoy. And it let Carnage run completely and utterly unchecked. With no eyes on him, we have no idea what he has actually been up to. We have no idea what the end game is here. Now, the next issue will be closing out this series. It will be Extreme Carnage Omega. But yeah, let me know what you guys are expecting from the last issue. Who do you hope shows up? What symbiotes are you hoping that have been left out do pop up? Let me know down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out, and until the next video.